Imagine this. You're an astronaut. Your ship is approaching the most magnificent planet in our solar system, the ringed giant, Saturn. From your window, it's a breathtaking swirl of gold, brown, and white, with those iconic shimmering rings of ice and rock. Your mission? To land and survive. But what would that actually be like? Could a human ever set foot on Saturn? Let's get one thing straight right away. Landing on Saturn isn't like landing on Mars or the Moon. Saturn is a gas giant. It doesn't have a solid surface like Earth. It's mostly made of hydrogen and helium, the same stuff that makes up the Sun. So, landing is a bit of a misnomer. A better word would be descending. As your spacecraft enters Saturn's upper atmosphere, the journey begins. At first, it's relatively calm. You'd be plunging through hazy, golden clouds of ammonia ice. The temperature here is frigid, around -280 degrees Fahrenheit or -173 degrees Celsius. Your suit would need some serious insulation. The pressure is low at first, similar to Earth's, but that changes fast. As you descend deeper, the pressure and temperature start to climb relentlessly. You'd pass through a layer of ammonium hydrosulfide clouds, and then, deeper still, clouds of water ice. It's a layer cake of bizarre, alien weather. But the weather on Saturn is unlike anything on Earth. We're talking about some of the fastest winds in the solar system. Near the equator, winds can whip around the planet at over 1,100 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound on Earth. Your spacecraft would be tossed around like a leaf in a hurricane. It would need to be incredibly robust to withstand these forces. And the lightning. Saturn hosts massive, planet-sized thunderstorms called Great White Spots that can rage for months. The lightning bolts are estimated to be 10,000 times more powerful than any on Earth. You wouldn't just see the flash. You'd feel the entire atmosphere rumble with its power. Let's say your craft survives the wind and lightning, and you continue your descent. As you go deeper, the hydrogen gas around you starts to behave in very strange ways. The pressure becomes immense, thousands of times greater than on Earth's surface. A few thousand miles down, the pressure is so intense that the hydrogen gas is compressed into a liquid. You're no longer flying through a gas. You're now sinking through an ocean of liquid hydrogen. It's a truly alien environment. The temperature is now thousands of degrees, but the pressure is so high that the hydrogen can't boil away into a gas. If you could somehow keep going, things get even weirder. About halfway to the center of the planet, the pressure reaches millions of times that of Earth's atmosphere. Here, the liquid hydrogen is squeezed so hard that it becomes a metal. This is liquid metallic hydrogen. It's this swirling, electrically conductive metal that generates Saturn's powerful magnetic field. Your compass would spin wildly, and the electrical currents would be a massive hazard. Sinking through this metallic ocean, you'd be crushed and incinerated simultaneously. The pressure would be like having thousands of elephants standing on every square inch of your body, and the temperature would be hotter than the surface of the sun. No known material could survive this. But for the sake of science fiction, let's imagine you have an uncrushable, perfectly insulated vessel. What would you find at the very center? Scientists believe Saturn has a small, rocky core, maybe about the size of Earth, but much denser. It's a mixture of rock and ice, superheated to about 21,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or 11,700 degrees Celsius. After a journey of over 36,000 miles from the cloud tops, you'd finally have reached a solid surface. But you couldn't get out. The pressure would instantly obliterate you. So, surviving on Saturn is impossible. But what about its neighborhood? The rings and moons offer a different, and slightly more plausible, survival scenario. Saturn's rings are a celestial wonder, but they're not a solid disk. They're made of countless individual particles, from dust-sized grains to chunks as big as a house, all orbiting the planet at incredible speeds. Trying to navigate through them would be like driving through a hailstorm of cosmic bullets. A direct hit from even a small piece of ice could be catastrophic. But the moons are a different story. Saturn has over 140 moons, and some of them are fascinating worlds in their own right. The most famous is Titan, the second largest moon in the solar system. Titan is unique because it has a thick, dense atmosphere, thicker than Earth's. You'd still need an oxygen mask and protection from the cold, which is around -290 degrees Fahrenheit. But the atmospheric pressure is manageable. You wouldn't need a pressurized suit. You could, in theory, walk around with just warm clothing and a breathing apparatus. And what a walk it would be. Titan has landscapes that are eerily familiar, yet completely alien. It has rivers, lakes, and seas, but they're not filled with water. They're filled with liquid, methane, and ethane. It rains gasoline. You could stand on the shore of a hydrocarbon sea and watch nitrogen winds create waves on its surface. In the distance, you'd see the majestic pale-yellow globe of Saturn hanging in the hazy sky. Then there's Enceladus. This small, icy moon looks like a pristine snowball, but beneath its frozen crust lies a global ocean of liquid saltwater. We know this because giant geysers erupt from cracks in its southern pole, spewing water vapor and ice particles into space, forming one of Saturn's outer rings. This subterranean ocean on Enceladus is considered one of the most promising places in our solar system to search for extraterrestrial life. The water is in contact with a rocky core, potentially providing the heat and chemical ingredients necessary for life to arise. Surviving on Enceladus would mean drilling through miles of ice to reach this hidden ocean. A base on the surface would be exposed to the vacuum of space and extreme cold. But a submarine exploring the dark, warm ocean below could be a real possibility for future exploration. So, while you can't stand on Saturn itself, the Saturnian system offers some of the most compelling and dramatic destinations for humanity's future. From the methane shores of Titan to the hidden oceans of Enceladus, the true adventure isn't about conquering the giant, but exploring its incredible family of worlds. The dream of landing on Saturn may be a fantasy, but the reality of exploring its system is a scientific quest that's already underway. Missions like Cassini have given us a tantalizing glimpse of what's out there. Who knows what future explorers will discover as they venture out to the majestic realm of the ringed planet? It's a reminder that sometimes, the most hostile places in the universe are also the most beautiful and intriguing. Thanks so much for watching. What other planet or moon would you like to see us try to survive on? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this cosmic journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. See you next time.